Was sagt sie hierzu?
A little mound of hot, crackling ashes has piled up at the foot of the guardhouse. How many cigarettes does this woman smoke?
Viel zu viele.
Have you got a minute?
I have all day if you want.
Can you give me some information on this cemetery?
The King Library is a very exclusive place. New families are not allowed in very easily. This stuff is all hundreds of years old. Most of the crypts in here date back before 1600. Can you imagine?
How many people work
1600?
here exactly?
It's just me and Matthew, the janitor and handyman. He doesn't do anything but clean. He never even finds 5 minutes to chat.
Do you know anything about the visitors who are now in the crypt area?
You mean that rude blonde in the company of that big dude? I believe they're hiding a secret.
Are you serious?
Of course. He's her sexual toy boy.
I hope not, or we'd have to add incest to their substantial pile of sins. I didn't think graveyards had such state-of-the-art surveillance systems.
The King Library has many ancient tombstones, and some of them are crammed full of jewels or marble statues. A thief could acquire a real fortune in here.
Can I take a look at the video recordings from the last 2 days?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't let anyone come in. However, I can come out if you like. We could talk about our dreams, about our hopes for the future.
I don't have much of those. I'm just an intern. Ex-intern, to be precise. Time's running out, and I have to check those recordings. I need a way to get the Undertaker out of her guardhouse.
Das Brummen ist, glaube ich, hier gerade in der Gegend hier. Das ist ein Luftrauschen und ein... als ob ein Flugzeug vorbeifliegt.
Are you sure you can't let me check the recordings?
Absolutely sure, unfortunately.
I'll keep exploring these quiet places.
Always alone.
So, was haben wir noch?
I
Das
always
Auto?
get the chills when I see one of these passing by on the road. I guess it's natural.
Okay, da gibt's keinen Ton.
The gold covering of this cross would allow me to pay the rent for the rest of my life. Or buy a penthouse in Miami Beach, for that matter.
Hier ist, glaube ich, das ist normal Hintergrundtonrauschen von der Umgebung. So, was haben wir hier? Da ist eine Kerze.
I'll leave such little thefts to Lars, unless it's strictly necessary.
Okay, es ist necessary. Hier Blätter haben wir hier.
Maybe I can use them somehow. A good, solid ladder.
Jetzt zum Beispiel. Das ist wie eine Propellermaschine im Himmel.
Maybe it'd be better not to poke around. They must have put it there for a reason, after all. Better not tempt fate too much and stay away from those ruthless henchmen. Typical autumn leaves, colored and dry.
Okay, trocken. Warte mal, trocken. Mal gucken, ob das geht.
I don't really like this idea very much, but I have no time to take things easy.
Und damit kommt sie wahrscheinlich raus, ha?
Fire! Fire!
We need some water, quick!
There's a little fountain on the other side of the cemetery.
Alice ist so
I've only a
böse.
few minutes. I must hurry.
Okay, also speichern wir. Falls wir was falsch, verquer machen hier. So, was haben wir? Nur die Maschine, okay.
I can't believe my eyes. This camera caught a sunny day in England.
Warum ist denn die Kamera da drüben nicht da?
Judging by the description Lars gave me, that must be Father Carlo. Further proof we identified the right crypt.
Philip Burden. Ob das wichtig ist?
This camera is covered by something. Oh no. I didn't realize I was caught on camera. This distorting effect is horrible. That's why the camera at the entrance doesn't capture anything. It's broken. Here's our 2 henchmen arriving. What's the woman doing? Am I wrong, or is she... Of course, she's locking the car with the remote control. I can hear footsteps getting closer. Better scram. Just in time. So that red car is Mama's and Eugene's. I'm becoming a good detective.
Okay, dann gehen wir doch mal
Let's
zum
take a
Auto.
closer look.
Ja, mach mal.
Mama left the window slightly lowered. I'd call that a rare stroke of luck.
Dann haben wir ein Stück Draht und...
No. Essential for protecting your eyes from the sun, or to hide something. First, I need to access the car interior. If only I was able to reach it, I could enter the car.
Mit dem Draht.
An old trick I saw in many movies with my dad. Alright, I'm about to squeeze inside the car of a killer. No one in sight. It's make or break time.
Na, jetzt bin ich gespannt.
These guys are sick.
Oh mein Gott.
You have to be mentally disturbed to hang a doll like this in your own car.
Ist doch eigentlich lustig. Aber nun gut, hier ist der Schlüssel.
Another old film noir trick.
Genau. Der Schlüssel ist fürs Handschuhfach.
My God, it's...
Ein Waffel.
I haven't held a gun since my years in the academy. Besides, knowing that someone might have been killed by this very one.
Vor allem die Bananenschale da drin.
The car is angled downhill. Releasing the handbrake, it would roll away, probably to crush something. Seems like a valid plan to me. I'd say I'm finished here. Better get back to the pub to explain my idea to Lars.
So you light the fuse, and then you run.
And are you sure this will cause enough of an explosion?
It depends on the gunpowder, but yes, it should blow the lock.
Lars, are you involving a stranger?
Involving in what? Good old Christian here was just helping me solve a little domestic problem.
It often happens. You install a nice armored front door to keep out the ill intention, but then you forget the keys in the house and you can't enter anymore.
Genau.
Fortunately, you didn't lower the anti-theft hook. Otherwise, even the dynamite wouldn't have been enough.
Dynamite?
Maybe that's an exaggeration. Just a little tiny charge.
Well, Christian, I really must thank you. If it weren't for you, I would probably be sleeping on a bench tonight.
It was nothing. Let's have a drink one of these nights.
Bah.
Guck mal, der Stecker ist draußen beim
So
Laptop.
this is your plan?
I know it's crazy, but we must get in fast. Even if you provide us with the best of diversions. Anyway, what's your status?
I identified Mama's car and managed to force my way in. The car's on a slope, so if I release the handbrake, it should loudly crash.
Alice, I did not expect that from you. Breaking into cars, creating plans to destroy another's property. I'm proud of you.
And now?
As planned, give me time to manufacture an explosive. The most complicated part will be to find something that serves as a powerful detonator.
Something like this?
You are the best assistant in the world.
Wrong, Lazarus Bundy. I'm not your assistant, remember?
You're right. So, wait for me here, partner.
Aww. More than allies. Du brauchst Strom.
So, are you single?
Oh, gosh.
The final madness of Lazarus Bundy was about to start. The main event, so to speak. The guy at the table had even scribbled down how to manufacture a handmade explosive stick.
Sehr gut. Dann wissen wir das auch gleich. Der Typ ist cool hier, Quentin. Aber bestimmt nicht Tarantino. So, was haben wir denn hier eigentlich? Ein Mörtel. Nehmen wir
I
mit.
doubted Quentin would let me take it, but I could use it on the spot.
Okay, nehmen wir nicht mit. Explosives haben wir hier nicht. Höchstens aus der Waffe.
For my little project, I needed some gunpowder, so I removed the bullets from the weapon Alice gave me. I had removed the bullets from Mama's gun. I hope she didn't have a backup piece. The pestle for the mortar was made of wood, so not suitable to extract the gunpowder. Good idea, but first I needed to extract the gunpowder.
Ah, okay, wir brauchen sowas wie ein Messer oder so. Gut. Okay, eine Pistazie.
I couldn't believe what I saw. A little delicious, intoxicating pistachio. And it was mine. All mine.
Oh, Pistazien sind lecker. Vor allem, die isst man nicht so schnell weg wie andere Nüsse oder so, ja. Weil du musst sie ja erstmal aufpulen. Ah, die sind so lecker. Was hast du?
He looked like the type of man that would tattoo his rings on your forehead if he was bothered. On closer inspection, I realized I'd already seen him. He was the inventor of the Pop Pop, the awesome firecracker that saved my life in Miami.
Stimmt, den hatten wir schon mal. Quentin?
Hey there.
Can't you wait 8 minutes or so, damn it? I bet my monthly wage on this match.
I'll be quick, I promise. I suppose you're familiar with this area.
Not much. I have everything I need right here.
So you don't know anything about the King Lyrie?
The cemetery. A dusty but ritzy place. You'd like it. Why don't you go right now?
I've already been there, actually.
Well, go back there and leave me alone once and for all.
I worked in a bar once.
I'm not hiring.
Are you sure? I make amazing cocktails.
We don't serve cocktails here. This is a pub with dignity.
Do you also sell strong stuff here?
Finally, you order something. I was starting to believe you were only here to make me miss the highlights.
Nice whiskey, please.
Whiskey? Pah! You Americans really don't know how to enjoy things.
I'm not exactly American. What do you suggest?
The English nectar par excellence, of course. Gin, born in the Middle Ages as a medicine and surviving until today with the same identical role.
Is gin a medicine?
A medicine for the soul. Wait there. Enjoy it. Feel its soft and warm caress sliding down your gullet.
Yeah, I'll let it breathe for a bit first.
It's £8.
Ganz schön teuer.
It's a bit dark around here.
You think so too? I was considering putting some 150-watt bulbs on the counterboard of the bar.
I was being ironic. This pub alone can enlighten the entire neighborhood.
England is a pretty rainy place, and I try to remedy that however I can, okay? Actually, you know what?
Okay, warte mal, wir haben...
This was what I had left after buying the gin. In that moment, it didn't seem to be... I thought it was better to... I love pistachios. I love pistachios. I
Okay,
love pistachios.
ja. Okay, damit kann man nichts machen. Können wir das hier nehmen? Oh,
I always found old jukeboxes fascinating, but that one was so tacky, it almost looked like a slot machine.
Hey! What's happening to the electrical system?
You know what? The atmosphere has improved.
But I can't even see the tip of my nose.
ich auch nicht.
Exactly. Much better than before.
I'm missing the old match.
Yeah, well, it seems deadly boring to me.
Turn on that goddamn light.
Okay. Hat das jetzt irgendwas bewirkt? Oh,
I
das ist
already had
wieder...
enough fun behind Quentin's back. Alice was busy with her research, as always.
Oh.
Putting it in my coat was out of the question, but I could use it on the spot. And by using it, I didn't mean drink. I never liked gin.
Brauchen wir irgendwas davon? Nee, ne? Lunte, Zylinder, Korken. Okay. Er könnte es hier benutzen. Vielleicht brauchen wir das noch zum Basteln oder so. Okay, speichern. Oh. Können wir hier woanders hin? Sieht so aus. Ah, wir können hier hin. Wie gesagt, die Kamera, die ist sehr seltsam.
Unfortunately, it was locked, and I couldn't see anything useful in the side compartment.
Ja, der war deswegen ausgestöpselt, weil sonst der Strom nicht mehr anging. Er war überlastet, das ganze Ding.
No, that woman was as annoying as a mosquito.
Oh, wer ist er denn? Hi.
Hey,
Do you need something?
I just wanted a word with you. I am Lazarus Bundy, and I come from Miami.
I'm Matthew, and I come from the dust.
What?
You know, from dust you have come and to dust you shall return. I was trying to stay in character, to make your visit to this cemetery more immersive.
You just gave me the chills. You worked at the library long?
Nah, I found this amazing job just a couple of months ago.
You're being sarcastic, right?
This is a cemetery reserved for nobles and aristocrats, with a minimum turnout of visitors. I pretend to clean, sometimes I sweep up a few leaves. A real godsend. The most complex task I have to deal with is the maintenance of the tombstones. You know, making the inscriptions, being sure they don't break, stuff like that.
But don't you feel a deep sense of responsibility towards the people buried here?
Let's put it this way, none of my customers have ever complained about the service.
What can you tell me about the Undertaker?
Oh, she's one of the plagues of Egypt. She'd be able to babble 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without interruption.
I'll leave you, to your work.
Okay.
The candle wax would be useful to seal my explosive.
What are you doing?
I'm interested in this candle.
This isn't a souvenir shop. Oh, I can't believe people. He'd be interested.
Fine, I get it. I'll keep my hands to myself.
Oh, die Leiter können wir mitnehmen. Oder benutzen.
Don't climb, mate. You could fall and break your head.
Well, it's nice to see you worry about me.
I'm not worried about you, I'm worried for me. Do you know how much work it is digging a grave?
The maintenance guy wouldn't let me get closer. Over there, certain death awaited me at the hands of Mama or Eugene. I had made them both very angry.
Okay, hier kann ich scheinbar... Ich kann... Warte mal, ja, komm.
I was all out of ideas.
Okay,
The maintenance guy was whistling as if he was assigned to pastry tasting in a bakery. Do you want some pistachios?
No, I'm fine, thanks. I've just eaten the biggest plate of fish and chips of all time. I have vinegar coming out of my ears.
As much as I was tempted to do that, I had no reason to. No, that woman was as annoying as a mosquito. I thought it was better to look for another solution.
Oh, ist ja weg.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Jetzt bin ich gerade verwirrt. Namen John Boyd. Eine Frage stellen, ich soll aber nicht antworten. Für Samstag, ja, möglich, ja.
She wore a beautiful top hat.
So, er will nicht mit dir reden. Warte mal, der läuft hin.
I thought it was better to look for another solution. Maybe. Or maybe not. The wood wedge underpinned the tombstone, keeping it in place.
Ja, eben drum, deswegen ja, oder den
That
Grabstein.
tombstone had to be a work in progress, judging by the adjacent toolbox and the absence of any engravings. It was Matthew who handled that, but at the moment, that deadbeat was hanging out on the other side of the cemetery. So Matthew was responsible for the tombstones, among other things. An idea came to mind.
What was that noise?
Oh, something hit a tombstone in the works and cracked it.
Really? That's great.
Great.
Of course, because I will be forced to call Matthew in and I will finally have someone to talk to.
I'll call him for you. I'm sure he'll be delighted.
Okay.
Hey. I think your jury colleague needs you.
Oh, no, please. Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. There's a tombstone to fix as soon as possible at the entrance.
Oh, how devastatingly boring. She'll make my ears bleed with her endless chatter.
Okay, er ist weg. Wir können alles mitnehmen.
After I got rid of Matthew, I prepared to tear apart that section of the cemetery.
Genau so. Ich bereite mich jetzt vor, alles auseinanderzunehmen hier. Sehr schön. Warte mal, wir nehmen alles auseinander. Kerze meins. Jawohl, ja. Leiter, nee, warte mal, die Plane war auch noch was, ne?
The tarp was tied with a rubber wire. While I'm at it, I'd pick that up too.
Warum auch nicht, ne? Sehr gut. Oh, da ist die Kamera.
That's the reason why the tarp was there. A defective surveillance camera, which emitted dangerous electrical sparks. I'd be electrocuted to death.
Okay, warte mal. Hier, Lenkergummi.
Sometimes, my obsession with using random items didn't lead anywhere.
Kabel.
The cable wasn't insulating rubber, so it wouldn't burn me.
Oh, warte mal.
So the camera still contained a tape, although it was evidently out of order.
Okay. Aber wie können wir das Ding hier wegnehmen? Ach, der geht bloß hoch. Okay. Haben wir irgendwo... Da ist nichts weiter.
He gave off a very powerful aura of idleness.
Oh. Warum?
Hey, I'd put some ice on that foot. Maybe I went a bit overboard with the brute force, but then again, I was in a rush.
Okay, die Steine sind hier nix. Okay, jetzt ist der offen.
I found some adhesive tape and a wonderful pincher. What a haul.
Okay. Ich dachte mir, als der nämlich losgelassen hat, ach, da klickst du das Ding an. Bom. Funktionierte. Sehr schön.
Was it really worth it?
Ja.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Oder?
I didn't understand how that could possibly help me. Sometimes, my obsession with using random items didn't lead anywhere.
Ich hätte gedacht, das funktioniert.
I was all out of ideas. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't see a good reason to do that. With these, I gained 10 points in grip strength. A large amount of adhesive tape. The label read, Night Sighting Z. What kind of trash was on there?
Ich habe keine Ahnung, was machen wir denn jetzt hier? Warum ist da... Ich dachte... Im Dings hier vielleicht? Ups.
Alice was busy with her research, as always.
Ja, gute Frage. Gute Frage.